It's time now for our Consumer Confidential. And as we head into the fall housing market, whether you're selling, buying, renting, or just curious about your options, here to break it all down for us is real estate agent with Douglas Elliman, Lisa Simonsen. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Nice to have you here. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So we hear over and over it's a seller's market. So what do sellers need to know right now?
Well, I would start with sell, sell, sell.
Okay.
So if you've ever been even thinking about it, this is the time to do it. And the reason is the inventory is very low. So it's definitely a seller's market. And you need to be prepared for that. So what I recommend is paint. My favorite is Decorator's White.
Okay.
Go down, pick a couple of cans. It's very inexpensive, but will make your house look like it's worth a fortune. Second, declutter. A lot of people, have stuff. I like to start with the stuff. I like to start with the closets because if you open, the door and something falls on your head, it's not a great impression and it makes you feel like there's not a lot of space. So it may just be a good time to get rid of clothes you wanted to anyway. And then don't forget the exterior, your lawn, get paint, paint the door, just small things like that can freshen up, can make such a difference.
And when it comes to pricing, you say don't be too greedy.
Pricing, don't be too greedy. I always say let's be as aggressive as possible, but realistic, because you don't want your house sitting for another year. Well, the market, who knows? But this is definitely a time to price aggressively, but realistically.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about buyers now. We keep hearing that the housing market bubble is about to burst. Is that true?
What
do you think?
The market is strong. I don't believe there's a bubble bursting.
Okay.
I think that sellers right now need to be realistic. So I tell my sellers, think of this as dating. You may not get everything you want, but make a list of what's really important to you. So, maybe you need a second bedroom, but you won't be in the neighborhood of your dreams. But you really have to adjust your expectations and be realistic.
That's fair. Okay, so what's your prospective buyers have ready before they even start looking?
Buyers, first of all, because it is a seller's market, you really want to be ready when you find that dream property. So absolutely have your pre-approved mortgage, have your financing in place, and have a great broker. Sometimes people don't know how to find a great broker. Go online, look at Google reviews, and also think outside the box. If you have your eye on a home, go next door. It may end up being your next neighbor, and find out who they use, what was their experience. So be creative.
That's a good
think outside the box.
Yeah, I love that. Okay.
So, Lisa, let's talk. We've talked about selling. We've talked about buying.
Right.
Come over. Let's talk about the rental market as well.
Oh my goodness.
Are renters in the same boat?
Renters. I mean, for renters, there's even less negotiating right now because of the selling, everything we just discussed. The rental market is extremely tight. So you need to be very ready when you find that property that you're in love with. Have your credit score. Maybe have your landlord write you a note of that you've been a great tenant. Really be ready.
You make a good point. High interest rates partly to blame as well. Some cities are cooling down, we hear.
I just want to talk about the interest rates, because with interest rates, people forget at one point they were almost 20%. So yes, they're 7% now, but they have been higher, and I think people are starting to adjust to that. And the cities that are cooling down are Tampa, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. And what do they all have in common? They're warm, and you don't have to shovel snow.
There you go. That makes sense. And agents know best. What do you mean here?
Agents know best. It's really important to align yourself with a great agent. And as I said, you can go on Google Review. But sometimes people think, I won't use an agent and I'll get a better deal. That's not true, because when you hire a great agent, they negotiate for you and will get you the best deal.
All right, given all you've talked about so far, the buying, the selling, the renting, predictions for the rest of this year, what do we think the housing market's going to look like?
I think the housing market, there's going to be an uptick. I think that it's very important for people to set their expectations. But, life continues. People get married. People get pregnant. So there's always going to be movement in the market. And what I like to say is date the rate and marry the property.
Ooh.
So, do you know what that means?
I know, it's a good one.
Lisa. Explain it really quickly.
Okay, it means you can always refinance.
There you go.
Lisa, you have the property.
Very welcome.
Thank you.
Great.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.